In this video, I'm going to show you one of my favorite rolling techniques. It's the full body roll down. I find it's really helpful at the end of a long day or even at the start of one. Either way, I might be feeling stiff, tired, or a little bit sore. The only thing that you'll need is a roller, a foam roller. You can either use this half-size one, like this. It can be smooth or have ridges, or this full-length roller. So it's really up to you and what you have in your house. And if you don't have a roller, I highly recommend you getting one for this routine, or you can watch a different video that you can do without one of these rollers. So let's get started. So I'm going to show you with my half-size roller. Essentially what you'll do is place it underneath your ankles, just like that, and then bring your hands behind you. Inhale, lift your chest, take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Now you're ready to start. So a couple options here. If you're feeling really tight in your calves, you can stay here. Notice how I'm seated on the ground and I'm just bending both knees. Or if you're feeling like this isn't enough for you, maybe start to press into your hands to lift your seat off the ground. And you can start to roll on your calves from side to side. Whew. I'm feeling this one. The other thing you can do if you want even more, or to isolate one leg, is you can cross one ankle over the other. So now you're only pressing into one leg. Don't forget to breathe. And the key thing for rolling here is to find a spot that feels tight. So maybe you feel a knot or some tension. See if you can just breathe into that and stop rolling for a few seconds. And then continue your motion. If you did one leg, switch to the other side. And release. Since there are two parts of the calf, I like to do that for both close to the ankle and then in the top part of the calf, right before I get to my knees. It's really important that you never place the roller underneath your knees because then you're just aggravating the joint. So you can do it again, either seated for your upper calves, pressing into your palms. You can roll to one side and then the other. Maybe cross one ankle on top. Super intense, really sore. And then the other one on top. Whew, awesome. Let's continue our journey. So bring your roller past your knees to your hamstrings, the back of your thighs. You can place the roller underneath there, and similar thing for our calves, where you can either just lift up and start rolling here, so both hamstrings together. I like to rotate my hips in and then rotate them out. Just rotating my ankles, getting into each side of the hamstring. And then if I want a little bit more intensity, I can cross one leg and really get into it that way. Keep breathing. And switch sides. If it ever gets too much, you can always return back to having both legs up long. One more breath here. And release. Nice. Again, let's continue our journey. So you can take the roller underneath your seat. A nice seat here. And you can plant both feet on the ground. Rolling back and forth. Again, just starting off here, warming up. Getting into our glutes. And this will be the main part of our glutes. So oftentimes we're actually more sore in the sides. So to get that, again, place your hands behind you and cross one ankle over your knee. And then you can lean a little bit towards the bent leg side. Getting into what's called your piriformis. Remembering to breathe. At any point you find a really intense spot, just pause there, send some breath, send some love, and then continue on. And switch. Other side, crossing your other ankle on top. You can always come up onto your fists if your wrists get tired. Make sure you're not collapsing into your shoulders as you're rolling out. So really open up your chest as you begin to roll towards the other side. maybe you start to bring your knee down a little bit more, so rolling onto the side, or you can continue back up. I like to rock back and forth. Again, it's really about just finding what works for you. So there's no true right way that you should be doing this. As long as you have safe alignment and you're working on your muscles and not your joints, then you should be in good shape. All right. So after that, place your seat on the ground. Let's roll out our upper back. It's really important not to roll out your lower back. We already tend to have lower back issues just from sitting too much in society today. So we tend to avoid rolling out the lower back and putting too much weight there where there isn't a ton of structure to support you, versus rolling out on your rib cage where you have a lot of bones. That'll help protect you. So to get your upper back, interlace your hands behind your head. Just relax. I like to do an open chest stretch here. So you place the roller right at your sports bra and then really open up your chest. Relax your head. See if you can let your elbows open out towards the side so that they almost touch the ground. And then to roll, you just find a baby crunch. So roll up and exhale, roll down. Arching your back. Engage your core as you lift, pressing into the roller. And then exhale, lower back down. One more of those. Exhale. Crunch. Inhale, release. Now getting into more of a roll, again, keep your hands interlaced behind your head. Come up onto your feet to lift into a bridge, and you can roll on your back. And if this is too intense, you can place your seat back down and continue with the crunch. Couple more breaths here. And release. I always like to sneak in my lats, so you can turn towards your side where I have the roller right underneath my rib cage. Again, at that sports bra line. Extend one arm out long overhead and then just drape the other one on top of your ear. Sometimes this is just intense enough, just laying here. So you can just stay here and breathe if you want. Or if you like to roll, you can find a side crunch. Super small range of motion here. Our lats tend to be pretty tight, so just breathe into it, get that little crunch. Aiming for the muscle right underneath your shoulder blade and near your armpit. Nice work. And switch sides. And maybe here you'll be able to see a little bit more as I turn my back to you. So drape over, getting into the armpit and the back. Last one. Nice work. Rotate all the way back. And then we'll slide the roller down to our necks. One of my favorite parts of this whole flow, you can place it right at the base of your skull. I like to hold on to the roller with my hands, although you don't really need to do that. I just find that it's comfortable. You can also place your hands on your belly, and then you'll just shake your head, no, from side to side. If you have your hair in the way, just move it out. Be really slow and gentle here. So you roll out the base of your skull. You might find that you carry tension more on one side. So again, you can just pause, breathe into your belly. And switch. Maybe find a spot where you want to roll back and forth for a little bit before moving on. And then the other side. Two more deep belly breaths. Inhale, fill your belly. Exhale, let it go. One more of those. Inhale, belly breath. Exhale, release. Come back to center. Slowly, gently remove the roller from underneath your head. Just take a pause here, lying on your back. Close your eyes if they're not already. Inhale, big belly breath. Exhale, let it go. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug. You deserve it. Send yourself some self-love. And release your hands to your sides. I like to end in a little twist. So allow your knees to fall over to your right. We gaze in the opposite direction. And then exhale, squeeze your core to pull your knees over towards your left. Maybe gazing towards your right. And bring your legs back to center. Give yourself one more hug. And roll over into a seat. Thank you for tuning in for one of my favorite rolling techniques. I hope you feel a little bit more balanced, a little bit looser, and whether you're ready for sleep or to start your day, I hope it's good. Namaste.